Hey Anna, here is your video guide for the next 2 weeks of practicing since we won't see each other. So there are 3 objectives, as per usual. First objective is going to be to build finger strength by 2 means. The second objective is going to be alternate picking on the A minor pentatonic scale. And the third objective is going to be learning the chords to the Atkins song, the Rodney Atkins song. So, first objective, finger strength. This will consist of 2 different means. The first one is your genius idea of having a balloon filled with flour and just squeezing on that and messing with that all day as much as you can, just to build the power of grip, which is really the only thing keeping you from being able to play full chords. The second strategy, the second means, will be the 2 finger strength exercises that I explained on the last video. So, to sum, the one on the 6th string that goes up by a fret with each of your fingers. And then the other one is bringing one finger, each finger, across all the strings on one fret. So that's simple enough, and you can look at the other video if you want it broken down slower. So that's your first objective, finger strength via balloon and boring exercises. Objective number 2 really helps with finger strength, and that is going to be your A minor pentatonic scale with alternate picking. So you're going to focus on your right hand, but all the while you'll be building strength with your left. So you know now that you know the shape for the A minor pentatonic scale. And every time you play it, it'll feel more and more familiar. But you basically know that, to where even if you mess up with the left hand, it doesn't really matter. Because for the second objective, we're worried about the right hand. About, for one thing, holding the pick correctly so that it extends out to where if my arm is straight, the pick is at a 90-degree angle with my arm. And the 3 fingers are hanging really loosely. They're not trying to be involved. There's no stress being introduced to them. So focus on just getting comfortable with this ease of motion, going down, up on each note of the A minor pentatonic scale. So first note down, second note up, third note down, fourth note up, and so on and so forth. And focusing on just trying to make this feel as natural as possible. So that's objective number 2. Objective number 3 is learning the Rodney Atkins chords. And it won't sound exactly like the recording for 2 reasons. One is because we're not going to do any of the fancy lead guitar work that he does, all of the lead electric stuff that happens over the chords. We're just going to be playing the chords. And it will also sound different because when Rodney Atkins plays it, he has his guitar in I think an alternate tuning to where he's playing that whole song in E flat major. But we're going to play it in C major. So there are only 3 chords in that song, at least in the verse and the chorus. We'll get to other things later. But for all intents and purposes, there are only 3 chords in that entire song. And 2 of these chords you already know. There's the chord C, which you know. There is the chord G, which you already know. The only chord that you do not know is D minor. I'm going to show it to you. So, D minor, sound like this, consists of 3 fingers on your left hand. The first one, you take your middle finger and you place it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So 2nd fret, 3rd string, middle finger. Then the second note is with your index finger and, no, sorry, scratch that. First note, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret. Second note is with your ring finger, and that goes on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So, first 2 notes. Then the 3rd note is with your index finger, and that goes on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So, to break it down painfully again, First note, middle finger, third string, second fret. Second note, ring finger, third fret, second string. Then the third and final note, put your index finger on the first fret of the first string. So that's what they sound like together. And for that one, you only pluck the first 4 strings. So I'm not playing 6, I'm not playing 5, I'm only playing 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you know these 3 chords, if you know C, if you know D minor, and if you know G, then we can basically play the whole entire song. But, plot twist, you have 2 weeks of practicing. So for the first week, I don't want you to try to play any chords all together. I only want you to play them separately. And to just focus on the exact notes you're playing for each chord. So that way your brain will know exactly where your fingers are supposed to be, so that then the second week you can start introducing the idea of playing the full chords with a little more power in your fingers and with your mind already knowing where your fingers are supposed to be. So, those are your 3 objectives for 2 weeks of practicing. I look forward to seeing you soon.